Loading Screen is brought to you by Mike and Ike.
Kid, good!
What goes on in your head?
There's a new NPC. There's just so many new things that I think it's going to bring.
Hey, there's layers to this game that has people loving it.
Not now, Mom. I'm doing a podcast.
Ed!
Alex!
You guys
Morning,
thought we
dude.
were joking on April Fool's Day when we said that Jacob was taken off the show. We weren't. We were not joking. In fact, Jacob actually willingly stepped down from the show after the beating he got in Halo the other day.
That was a good game.
It was. We got to get the whole team going. Ed, how are you, man? What's going
I'm
on?
doing great, dude. Not much. All right. I have to confess, I can't really start the show without letting you guys know that I actually poisoned Jacob over the weekend. It was a long, elaborate 2-week plan, but I knew I had to do it in order to get my spot, in order to get my shot here on Loading Screen.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Loading Screen episode, I believe, 88. Brought to you by Mike and Ike and the ever-so-comfy zip chair. We got to get you a zip chair, Ed. Now that you're going to be the host on the show, we got to get you a zip chair.
Yeah, I hear they're very comfortable. And they can extend all the way back, right?
I can. Woo!
Jealous.
Look
I
at
am
that.
so jealous.
Like I'm riding a freaking roller coaster. You know? That's a very bumpy
Yeah.
roller coaster. Probably from a carnival. You don't want to ride it.
True.
No, but guys, in all seriousness, welcome, Ed. Real quick, and we'll debunk it, guys. Don't worry, Jacob isn't going anywhere. He's just come down with a sickness, so Ed has volunteered himself to fill in. Where's Jacob? Blaine, you thought we were kidding? No, but Jacob has fallen. He has fallen ill by the hand of Ed. Just kidding, by the hand of nature, and he's just we're giving him some time off so that he can heal up and get better. But Ed has fallen on the sword, said he will take the baton and run with it. Hello, Twitch chat. Hope you're all doing well. This is Ed. Ed, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Give us a little background of, what games you play, what are your favorite games, and just, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I got you. I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. I log into Animal Crossing at least once a week, as well as play any Mario games that are in my backlog. Currently, I have been getting into Outriders, sadly, until it crashes. Last night I got about like an hour and 15 minutes in, and then it crashed, but it was fun. And I will still hold a candle to Marvel's Avengers on the PS4. I might be one of the last few hundred people still playing it there.
So, speaking of Marvel Avengers, we've got an interesting story today. Some parallels between Avengers and Outriders that we're going to be discussing. Welcome, Ed, again. And guys, let's quickly go over the topics that we're going to be discussing today. A lot of news going on. And then we have yet another discussion, probably a quick discussion today and or Thursday. Whether it's physical copy or digital copy, I think we might be jumping into that Thursday, or God, there was another one that we were going to do.
Games you play during study hall?
This basically, Ed, the list you're looking at right now is we just basically pull from them. That's we got, guys. You trust me. We've got that's it. Speaking of controversy, what is a game or a gaming statement or whatever that has had people point their swords at you?
Yeah.
But
Your
anyway,
unpopular opinion in video games.
Exactly. Just like how Halo 3 is not as good as Halo 2. But the aftermath, so this is what we're going to be covering today, guys. Basically, Outriders, the aftermath of Outriders, and just some things surrounding Outriders. Obviously, Outriders did launch last Thursday. We were going to play it in our Let's Play on Friday, but obviously there were server issues, so we're going to be jumping into that, talking about that a little bit. We have some Pokemon Snap discussions about Pokemon Snap and what it could mean for Pokemon Legends, the new Pokemon coming out.
Which is Alex's favorite game coming up, in case you didn't know.
Love Disney rides, dude. They're the best. It Takes Two. Ed has played It Takes Two, so we're going to be talking about It Takes Two and how it surpassed 36K concurrent players. Half of them playing for free. You hear that, guys? Free doll hairs, okay? Then we got some, obviously, Valheim. Valheim just can't shake its way out of the news. Not only do people keep playing it, we keep talking about it here, but one of the biggest things is just mods keep coming out. The community is adding so
growing.
many. It's growing, and it's just adding so many elements to this game. So we've got a VR mod that we want to show off, as well as character classes for Valheim, which that seems like an awesome mod. I definitely want to try that out.
It did look really cool, especially considering the mages, druids, and rangers.
Right, dude?
Yeah.
I'm so excited because that right there. Now I've taken a little break from Valheim just because I've been playing Outriders, but that mod right there might have me jumping back in. And then Rainbow Six. We cover Rainbow Six here at Nerd Street as one of our esports titles that we have tournaments for, like in the Summer Championship Series. And Rainbow Six Quarantine, new gameplay footage has been leaked, as well as some other quick hits here and there. And hardware news, just like the title of the show says, AR Nintendo Switch glasses. Ed's going to talk a little bit more about that, and we're going to show you guys everything. Where's my boy Jay? Damn, dude, Jacob's got a fan club. Ed is subbing in. The coach pulled him out, and Ed is coming in. Jacob's feeling under the weather. So if you guys want to tweet at Shiggy Diggy Cub and just tell him to feel better, I think he would love that. I don't know if he's watching the show. Last I talked to him, he was dead. I told you guys.
Hopefully he has a speedy recovery. And Jacob, if you're watching, if the headaches don't clear up in like 2 months or so, give me a call and I'll give you the antidote.
I can't be a part of this.
Sorry. Anyway, so moving on, I guess we could start talking about Outriders and the outage after its first weekend.
Get into it. Yes, let's get into it. The aftermath of Outriders. So, Ed, talk to me. You played Outriders, correct?
I played Outriders. I played the demo when it first came out. It was really nice that they were able to give a no-holds-barred, no pre-order needed demo in order to play, and it was a lot of fun. Sadly, within its first 24, I think like 36 hours of its release, its servers just went down. A complete outage. No one was able to get in for a few hours. Luckily, the development team was proactive on social media and reaching out to let people know that there were these outages.
Yeah, it's a unique situation. Not a unique situation. This kind of happens to everyone. Like my group text was blowing up saying, "Did we expect anything different?" This always happens. Whenever there is a server-based game, this happens at launch. It's weird because while it can be a single-player game, you have to be connected online to play it, which means you can't play it if it's not connected to its servers. But I think what really got me about this was, whoops, that's the wrong scene. There we go. Hold on. Everybody relax. There we go. You know, I think the way Outriders handled the server shutting down, I commended them for it. Because you even, in our chat, Ed, like, you remember, like, I even said, I was like, people aren't as angry as I thought they would be.
It's true.
Yeah.
I feel like part of that is how the development team handled the outage and reporting to their players and their engagement with the players as well.
Yeah. I mean, look at this tweet right here. You have Outriders saying, servers are... servers today are looking ... fine? But it's awesome. I mean, dude, I like when... Because the big thing about this to me, bro, is that they are showing their humanity, right? It's not just... They aren't posting every 2 hours the status saying, we're working on it, because there have been games that have done that. What these guys did, and I like what they did here, is they were just straight up. They didn't sugarcoat anything. They said, you know, like, look, like, we're going to have to disable crossplay if we want servers to work. They straight up said that. They said servers today are looking ... fine. Like, Like, there's almost a lack of confidence there, right? But it's not so much that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, because they're in the same boat as the players. Like, they were as excited for this to work for everyone as the players are.
Yep.
And they're hoping that it's a positive thing. I think it was like Friday, in the height of the servers, they even tweeted, "Okay, we're going to commence one of the mothers of turn it on and turn it off."
Yeah. Wait, I gotta find that. Where is that? You're doing the mother of all resets. I lost it when I read that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where is it?
It was April 2nd.
April 2nd. Okay, let me find that.
Yeah. It's quite a bit down. I just found it here.
Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, so basically they said, we're going to attempt the mother of all resets. Unplugging it and plugging it back in. Like that, like, how can you get mad at that? How can you get mad at that, dude?
You can't. And sure enough, slowly but surely on Friday night, I believe players were able to trickle back in. Saturday was a little more stable.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's still in the early stages. But I feel like we're in good hands here. Right?
Yeah, I think it's a team that really does care. My favorite part about this is it's the fact that the team's kind of humanizing themselves, right? Like,
yeah.
And on that humanizing thing, like, and I have to tell people, and you guys have heard me be a proponent of this for a long time. Developers are people too, everybody. Granted, you can get angry. I get that. But they're people too. And to kind of bring this into reality here, for those of you guys that played Sea of Thieves when that came out, it was plagued with server issues. It was a small team plagued with server issues. And get this, I didn't know about this. I mean, not that I just never thought about it. But like, get this. So one of the CMs from Rare who dealt with the Sea of Thieves launch said, the replies give me major... Okay, so hold on. So Outriders first tweeted, we've been observing a period of instability for some time now with players able to get back online. We are continuing to observe the situation for any further blips. And Daily Kong says, the replies give me major flashbacks to when I launched Sea of Thieves with a team of CMs at Rare. The abuse we got was so damaging that Rare hired a psychologist to give us group therapy. What?
Yeah, that is not good.
Can you imagine that? Like, you are in a position where you get death threats, you get a bunch of shit. And the fact that the company has to hire a psychologist to give group therapy. What?
Yeah. It's awful. It's awful to think that, like, your everyday grind, your 9 to 5 or whatever shifts you work, could cause so many people to get upset that they put their negative energy onto you. It sucks. And it's very upsetting that they had to that they all had to engage in group therapy.
Can you? Oh my god! Like, guys, I know people hate when we say this. It's just a video game. Like, if you gotta sip, I've had friends that took off for Outriders and that the servers were down. Obviously, you're gonna get angry. I mean, you spent PTO time to play a game that's not able to be played, but like, learn from the past, my friends. Take off another time. You know what I mean, bro? Like, now,
I do think it's important to learn from the past, because I feel like something that the Outriders development team did is learn from the past. They've witnessed the Sea of Thieves outages.
Yes.
They've witnessed any kind of turmoil that Cyberpunk had at its release, or Marvel's Avengers had at its release. I'm probably the only person that kept up to date with those tweets and updates at the time. But I feel like if Outriders was going through this a year ago, they might not have had all of these strategies in their playbook to try to make this as easy as a transition period for their players.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, speaking of Marvel Avengers, why don't you talk about this next topic here? I mean, bro.
Oh, gladly, because it hurts, but like, it's still the truth. So within its first day, within its first 24 hours, Outriders already tripled the peak number of concurrent players on Steam. That's right. At its highest point, Avengers had maybe 28,000 people at the same time. But within the first 24 hours, Outriders got to 109,000 people.
Now let me ask
So-
you: was Avengers a live service game? I haven't played it. It wasn't, right?
It is. So the campaign
Okay.
is still offline,
Okay.
but all of the end game is online, similar to Destiny and similar to Outriders, but of course with your Marvel team, with your Avengers. It is more of like a looter brawler. Sadly, your gear does not change your cosmetics. Your cosmetics are a whole nother thing to tackle.
Okay.
But yeah, I have fun with it.
So what you're saying is, could you play Avengers without being online?
No, you
Okay.
could not play the end game content, like the extra missions at the end, but you could, I believe you could play the campaign
So
and the hero campaigns.
yeah, and I mean what I'm trying to ultimately get to is like Outriders, even despite all of the server issues, because Avengers you said had server issues too.
They did, yes.
Outriders just tripled that. That's insane. Now, you know, maybe more people are accustomed to this than a superhero game, but wait, where did Jacob... So, Chumbucket in chat says, wait, where did Jacob go? I was just kidding. So, chat, just so you guys know, Jacob is under the weather. He's not feeling too well. Yeah, he... So, we're giving him... Wait, what? It was me...
What? I don't understand. I don't get it. What's so funny?
Oh my god. So yeah, there's your answer to Jacob. No, we were just talking this morning. We were like, holy April Fools. We told everybody it was an April Fool's joke that Jacob was leaving the show, but here, Jacob's not on the show today. No, he's feeling under the weather. Don't know why. But so back to you know the Avengers and Outriders. I mean, good job.
I actually did do some quick research, and I do think that when the Avenger servers were down, nobody could log on, even to do the campaign.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's interesting. So, because I was going to say, oh, like Avengers, you could play by yourself and not have to log online, and and Outriders, even with the problems, people still tripled that peak, right?
Yeah.
And
but Labs brings up a good point in chat.
Right,
they are both Square Enix games, and I feel like they did learn a lot from each other.
Yeah, and
in a way.
Yeah, and I want to say that like Square Enix, like good job. Like, now I didn't play Avengers. While Avengers to me just doesn't, it doesn't what's it called? Quench my thirst for games.
I get it.
I do want to say that like with the concurrent players, at least for Outriders, it speaks to Square Enix published it. They didn't develop it. The developer, I forget what they're called.
People can fly.
People can fly.
People can fly.
Dude, I think it's fantastic. Like if you guys look at the cutscenes, and for those guys that haven't played it, look at in the cutscenes, like the reactions and the mannerisms of the people in the cutscenes actually like stand out to me when I'm playing it. Like it looks great.
It does, and it has that classic mix of character thick stories where like with just one line you can hear everything you should know about a character.
Yeah, dude, that is so true. Wow, that is poetic right there. But
Square
you're
Enix
so right.
knows how to do.
And that's why so far Square Enix hasn't let me down. I mean, I'm at a point where if a game gets delayed, I don't get mad anymore. If a game has server issues, I can get frustrated, but I don't necessarily get mad because that shit happens. You just got to kind of live with it.
It's true. After a while, you need to learn to make the adjustment of not getting aggravated with your video games. You're there to have fun.
Exactly.
And the second you let those little things cause hiccups, what fun are you really having at the end of the day?
Yep. And you have to remember, like, if a game's as flushed out as this, and the only problems are the server problems, like I think Cyberpunk's a whole different animal. That's a whole different discussion. Obviously, we've discussed it many times before, but this game's gorgeous. It plays well. This is an ad. Thank you, YouTube. But it plays.
This is Outriders.
This is Outriders. It plays well. It looks great. The character arcs and the dialogue options and everything is great. It's funny. Every time somebody's wearing a drapey piece of cloth and it cuts to them, you'll notice it goes like there's a blast of wind when the camera comes in. But I mean, like, dude, making games are hard. It's not easy. And so just try to cut devs some slack, man. Cut devs some slack. And you know, the good thing about this is Square Enix, they are growing as a publisher and developer and all of that. And you know, I don't think they foresaw what the amount of people that would play this game. So maybe they'll be better prepared for it next time a game like this comes out.
That is true. That is true.
So going into the next order of business, you are a fan of Pokemon, as am I.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And I think are you getting Pokemon Snap?
Oh, I am 100% getting Pokemon Snap.
You are? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm the kind of player that, like, if there's photo mode in a game, I will spend hours in photo mode.
Okay.
Spider-Man with photo mode, like, when Spider-Man first came out, I played that game so much, and in photo mode so much. I was living with my sister at the time. Whenever she would see me play it, she'd be like, oh, this game is an actual game and not like a camera platform
really?
or like a camera software. Yeah, it got pretty bad. And of course, I let her know day one when I got photo mode 2 Miles Morales.
Yeah.
She was excited to hear what
Photo
happened.
mode 2 Miles Morales.
But here, you can see in some of this gameplay footage, this has a lot of like complex photo mode settings that like I just eat up. When they expanded on the photo mode in Miles Morales compared to the first game, I definitely spent most of my first day just in photo mode about it. And this, like, I know I'm gonna have fun with this, being able to play with the aperture and the focus and the frames. I might not put as many stickers as this person's doing, but
to each
you
their
can
own.
expect. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get in some Instagram posts of the Pokemon I find out in the wild.
I say I'm not going to buy this game, and I've said it a million times. I'm not going to buy this game.
Buy it.
There's a chance that I might end up buying it just because everybody's.
Buy it. Join us. What the fuck?
What's in my drink? Ed.
Oh, yep. I'm a master alchemist. Not only do I poison, but I also put a little bit of the mind control serum. Anyway, we're talking about Pokemon Snap today because there is news that it could potentially link to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Very similar to the lore of the island or of the region, the Lentile region.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be untouched by man. And the description is very similar to how they described the setting in the Pokemon Legends Arceus game during the reveal trailer, right?
Yeah, yep.
So a lot of people are starting to think and hope that Arceus might be tied to this game, similar to how Mew was tied to the Nintendo 64 version of Pokemon Snap.
So I almost hope so, because obviously this is a new updated game. They, as far as I'm concerned, it looks like they have to make their own animations separate from what the usual Pokemon engine uses. I'll be honest, man. I hope, because there's been controversy, like with Sword and Shield, there was controversy that they were using old animations, remember?
Yeah.
And people were flipping the hell out about it.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was a little upset, but then I just fed my Gengar some curry, and then we were fine about it.
I had curry last night. No, yes. but that, like, I hope, because okay, so one of the things, the last line in this article, says, let me just scroll to it. It would be awesome to see wild Pokemon do more than pace back and forth, or occasionally roar. If the wild Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus have stellar animations like the ones in the new Pokemon Snap, it would make the feudal Sinnoh region feel more alive than any region before. And that got me thinking. That line right there got me thinking, okay, maybe this game is worth checking out. And it got me thinking, like, I hope they do. Because if I was a developer and I got all the shit that Game Freak got with Sword and Shield, who was the developer on Sword and Shield? Was it Game Freak?
It was
still?
Game Freak, yeah, it was still Game Freak.
If I got all that shit for that, I was like, all right, let's update the animations. And dude, there's nothing worse than an open world game that feels dead. You know what I mean?
True. Oh yeah, true. Especially when you have to cut corners. I know I personally was, I felt wrong by the exclusion of certain Pokemon within the original decks and having to wait for that DLC to come out.
Yep.
But hopefully with Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Legends Arceus, they'll be able to bring it to that new stage that we're hoping for. At least Pokemon Legends Arceus even though it's still way too early to tell, it felt more like a console version of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or more of a step in the right direction towards a console Pokemon.
Yep.
That I'm really hoping for, and I'm sure a lot of people are hoping for.
Yeah, and I hope we're getting there. And I mean, clearly it looks like we're getting there, right?
Yeah.
You know, we would all love to see it. I am so freaking excited for that. And honestly, it might just go down as one of the best-selling Pokemons of all time because it's so different, and it's people have been longing for it for a long time.
That's true.
You know,
what kind of Pokemon animations would you want to see Pokemon do? Because I started thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool if you could, like, throw an apple in Pokemon Snap next to a book, and then all of a sudden the Pokemon just goes up and starts balancing taxes, or just got something with a notebook?
Chat, what do you think? That's a good question for chat as well. Oh man, well, I don't know. I mean, I definitely want to see something more than just wandering back and forth or wandering in circles. Like, Pokemon are creatures. They're animals, or, you know, coal mining carts. Ugh. But I just...
Coal mining carts?
Yeah, like the one, like the new Pokemon. I swear, 151 is where my heart is. But yeah, like, but I don't know, man. I think I just want them to act and feel like creatures.
True.
Not just like elements just circling around. But again, take that with the grain of don't get your hopes up, because we've been let down before with Pokemon. So just keep that in mind.
True.
Keep that in mind. Real quick, let me catch up on chat. Non-Pog in chat says, don't buy it. I don't plan on it. Okay? I don't plan on it, but Ed has put something into my mind as controlling the way I think now. Bagged Milk, LOL. Nice name. As a Pokemon fan, I'll buy any Pokemon game regardless of how bad it does. Very passionate, I see. That's how I feel about Halo. Lamab says original 151 or bust. I get it. And then Non says, yes, but isn't it on brand for Nintendo to tease things they actually aren't going to do? And I feel like you've got... So guys, Ed is an enormous Nintendo fanboy. Talk about that.
I'm not too sure if it's on brand for Nintendo to tease things that they aren't actually going to do. I do think that they do what they say they're going to do. They might lean a bit into it, like saying like, oh, there's 700 new Pokemon animations for Sword and Shield. Those 700 new animations could have been like 5 different animations for a fraction of the Pokemon that we actually did see within the base game,
right?
Not counting the expanded generation. And in today's day and age, there's a lot of times when like through a game of telephone, some information kind of loses important elements, and then any rumor you hear, you think like, oh, that this is Nintendo saying it. I'm pretty sure like with this article, this is a bit of a speculation. I don't think Nintendo has actually said anything. I believe this is just fans were able to make a connection between the description between the two. Yeah,
I mean the key word here is could, right? Like it could do something. But you know, if you guys haven't figured it out already, I love the rumored, all of those articles, because it gets you really thinking, it gets you excited. And I am one person that is very, very, very optimistic when it comes to games. I very rarely will complain about a game unless it's got to do something really bad for me to complain that much about it. If you guys haven't learned that already.
No, I feel that. Even like some games that turn out to be buggy at first or almost feel incomplete, like Final Fantasy 15, I still found ways to appreciate it. I still find ways to like love it. Because at the end of the day, if you harbor those negative feelings, it's gonna affect how you play games. Yeah, very true. Very true. I have a friend that, real quick, and then we'll go on to the next topic, but I have a friend who literally is so freaking negative about video games. Like, he's the type of person that will tell you how he feels about it without you asking, and it's always negative. Always negative. Wow. Does he play video games, or is he just like against the computer? No, he plays a lot. Well, no, he has since stopped playing a lot of video games, but like he does play. Is League of Legends like his main game? No. Okay. He actually likes The Division, but it just like everything that comes out of his mouth is so negative, and it comes to a point where I'm like, I'm not even answering him anymore. I don't care. I didn't ask you about your opinion. Because I'm not a big fan of negative people. Yeah.
I can listen. I can sympathize. I can get with a pessimist, right? But like,
don't expect me to just completely change my opinion.
Exactly.
Or to hop on your bandwagon. And in a sense, that's not a great trait for a friend to have. I mean, albeit he's probably justified in some parts, but like, everyone's gaming style should be their own little environment, their own little like landscape of the type of games they like, the type of content they enjoy. And most importantly, it should be fun. If it doesn't seem fun for him, then he just needs either a completely different landscape or just to move on to something else.
Now, and you're so right, dude. And that's the thing. That's why I kind of just like, I didn't cut ties. Like, I'm still friends with this person, but it's just like, I don't talk about video games with this person anymore. I had to scroll past a few different topics because this was a topic that I accidentally added out of order. But so let's talk about this. It Takes Two. You guys know in chat that Jacob has been a big fan of this game for quite some time since he heard about it. And him and I still want to do a Let's Play of this game on, and for those of you guys that don't know, we're going to try and pick out a few Fridays every month where we do a Let's Play. And for Loading Screen Let's Play.
Last week was our first episode, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun. We did take it. There were some issues toward the end, so I took it offline. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of you guys came out, so shout out to those of you guys that came out, and shout out to all of you guys that will come out to the next one. But
yeah, it's really a shame that the Outriders service took down our episode last week.
They quite literally did. But we played Halo. We played Fall Guys. I 1v1 Jacob in Halo, and he did not do too well. It was great. It was great. Good confidence booster for me, because I need that every once in a while. But with It Takes Two surpasses 36,000 concurrent players. Half of them played for free. Ed, talk to me about this article, dude.
Right. So apparently, when It Takes Two launched, they launched two versions: the full paid version and the Friends Pass version.
Okay.
With the Friends Pass version, you could play with any one of your friends that owns the full game for free. Very similar to like the Nintendo DS Mario Kart DS download play. Do you remember that?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, almost exactly like that. And through that, over the weekend, at one time, there were over 20,000 full game players, and an additional 15,000 of just Friends Pass players.
That's insane.
Playing for free with their friends. Oh yeah. Now this is a good story of people coming together through video games, because sometimes there are going to be people that might not want to pay $40 to play with their friend, or this game just doesn't quite fit into their budget or their projected game purchases.
Right.
In a sense, this is a great way to connect people, and the story is great. I did start this game. I didn't get far. But the way that the story unfolds is very cinematic, albeit there might be a cutscene every 5 minutes in the beginning, but it seems like it's going to pick up very well.
So let me ask you this: Do you think co-op games should have that structure?
Ooh, I think some co-op games should. If it's a story co-op based game like this, where there isn't that much end game content. I'm not too sure if there's end game content, but there's no real like multiplayer mode in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I like this model, and I do want to see more models like this, but I don't think a model like that could work for, let's say, Gears of War, which is technically a co-op based game, because there is so much available in the single player aspect, being able to play multiplayer online outside of the story. I feel like that warrants not having a Friends Pass. Does that make sense?
Yep. And okay, no, I get it. I mean, this is a style of game that I have yet to play. I've never played this. There's a few like this, Ed, but
it's really nice.
So
I just haven't played it a lot because gosh, this is like a moment of hubris. So Jacob was talking about it a lot, right?
Yeah.
This is my first week working at Nerd Street Gamers.
Yep.
And I got really excited, and I called up my boyfriend, and I was like, "We're gonna play this game when it comes out. It comes out on Friday. It's gonna be exciting."
Yeah.
And I fell asleep in the first like hour and a half of playing, and that was the end of our night. I felt like this weird mixture of like, oh my god, I'm so old that like the video game is fun. The story seemed really nice.
Yeah.
I was just exhausted. I was just like genuinely exhausted. And it was like a combination of like, oh my god, I'm I'm 30 now. I'm so old. I can't play video games like I used to. And also, like, wow, my boyfriend and I are definitely past the honeymoon phases. This game might get like way too real.
The amount of inner turmoil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The amount of inner turmoil kept me had me hesitant to return to the game. Also because like it has been kind of difficult recently for my boyfriend and I to sit down and play a game together because the time that we spend together, we're trying to engage more. But maybe this weekend we'll pick it up again and hopefully I'll stay awake.
Yeah, no. Well, my first reaction when I heard you say you fell asleep, I was like, oh no, that's not a good reaction to this game. Is it that boring? But it also, you know, I want to point out, good guy Helios in chat says, I played this game and beat it in one sitting. I saw some walkthrough gameplay, and it looked like 9.5 hours, but in one sitting with a couple of small breaks. So good. Yeah, that's great. I love that. So Helios, I have to ask you, without any spoilers, what are like two or three things that you loved about this game? Like, what made you want to keep playing it?
Please do share.
Yeah.
And I do think that like the length of the game, even though it might be shorter than most, the Friends Pass does add playability to it, or replayability to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that idea though. Like the fact that like, you know, like for example, Jacob wants to buy this game, but I can't this isn't a game I would buy on my own, and it's like I can't bring myself spending $40-$60 on this game. Right? But Jacob wants to play it, and since they have the Friend Pass thing, like then I could play that game. Yeah. And it's great.
And you wouldn't have to pay a cent. And maybe eventually when you play the game, you realize that you like it a lot. And then you decide to buy the game so that you could bring your friends onto it as well.
Yeah.
Pretty good marketing for it.
Who knew that a purple book that's a Spaniard with a mustache could cause so much inner turmoil?
Oh my gosh, dude. I kind of have a few issues with the book because... A bit. So like Dr. Hakim in Arabic means doctor. So it's technically like doctor. Okay. And he's got like I understand the mix of like Spaniard and like French style to him in a sense, because like in today's day and age when you're creating content, even though you're technically making a caricature, you don't want it to be offensive. And it doesn't come off as offensive. Mm-hmm. There are just certain choices that I personally wanted to see. Like I want to see a bit more of like some of my uncles or people that I know from Lebanon in there.
Yep.
Which there were elements there, but like it would have been a lot more if he yanked them around, pulled them in a little too close, or like disregarded boundary. I would have been sold. I would have been so sold. Kind of like the genie in Aladdin, you know, when he pulled people in for a hug. But he's all right. He can be quite a bit to stomach. It's a poor man's Robin Williams from Happy Feet.
A poor man's Robin Williams
from Happy Feet, but the gameplay, the style, and the banter is still enjoyable. And the way that they tie in the couple's conflicts to the boss mechanics. I only saw, like, in my short gameplay, we only saw a glimpse of the first boss. And the setup of the boss is it's a broken vacuum cleaner that the wife has asked the husband to clean a few times, and he just hasn't. And of course,
I need to freaking play this game right now.
Yeah.
I just got yelled at for that the other day.
Oh, oops. Okay. So I'm gonna stop.
No, this is great. This is great.
It's fun. It is pretty fun. The story is engaging. The book so far is my like least favorite, and from what I've heard from other people, can be kind of cringy at times.
Okay.
But at the same time, like you need that ridiculous amount of humor with disregard for like self-awareness in order to get to stubborn people's heads, and some people being the characters.
Very true. Wow. Yeah. What, dude? Ed's bringing freaking knowledge up in this show. It's like wow. I should put you and Jacob together.
Oh, dude, yeah. I actually picked this up to try to impress him, and then I realized it would be way easier to just poison him and take his spot. So yeah, this is where we are now.
I love it. So real quick before we hop off of this. Good Guy says, I was laughing. So when I asked Good Guy to kind of give us the three things, Good Guy in chat says, I was laughing constantly with my friend as we went through the levels, and the work together with your friend was refreshing, kind of like the Portal or Portal 2 aspect.
Oh yeah, they do a good job of making sure that you don't get stale. Like each player has a certain task to do, and at the same time, as you can see in this gameplay footage now, they could both enjoy in some simple things like shooting, like a shooting gallery.
All right.
But otherwise, for like other things.
I'm texting Jacob right now. right now. If you feel better next week, let's play It Takes Two on Let's Play. There probably won't be a Let's Play this week because I have some personal matters that I have to attend to. But there will be a Let's Play next Friday, I believe.
The next Let's Play will be next Friday.
Yes. Dude, good job. Yeah, there's short mini games also throughout the game where you can verse each other. That's so sick. Okay, you've convinced me, Helios. Now, Ed, I don't want to say you didn't convince me, but the fact that you fell asleep, you kind of missed your shot on convincing me there. So I have to take good guy's word for it.
Do it, dude. Please do.
It looks like a ton of fun. This actually, Lame Abs in chat, this looks like it'd be a fun game to play for our Extreme Scream stream. Ed, I'll fill you in what the Extreme Scream stream is. It's something that my channel does on Twitch every year. It's great. Cool. Okay. I can't believe how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topics have taken up 40 minutes already. We still have some more that we have to get through. This next one being, and I have to scroll through because it was out of place. Where is it? There we go. Valheim Vr. So, if you guys have paid any attention to the news over the last several months, you'll know that Valheim is a very popular game, and modders are constantly adding new mods to it. Have you played Valheim, Ed?
I have not, but I've heard a lot about it from you guys and from other news. Like, this was a game that it took only six people to make, right? And it's grown since.
I think it was about that, and now they have like $30 million.
Amazing.
It's so awesome. It's just a good game. It's the best. It takes the best elements from all of the crafting survival games and even Dark Souls, and throws it into a game while weeding out all of the annoyances of crafting survival games.
Cool. And now there's a VR mod in beta, right?
There's literally a VR mod in beta. I'm curious, like, you can kind of see the UI kind of floating around a little bit. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. You can kind of see the UI elements floating around. Let me get rid of the topic bar so you guys can kind of see the stamina bar in the middle there, and you see the health bar off to the left. And then there's the inventory.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm definitely going to try it, but I don't know if I'm going to like it because movement in VR is something that makes me motion sick.
Oh, I could see that, yeah.
Yeah. It's very disorienting, but, who knows? I mean, maybe you play with the VR headset on in your chair and you can control your movement with your mouse and keyboard. That might be something you can do.
That is true. I'm reading here that it seems that you could still play with others, and if your friends don't have a VR headset, you could still play multiplayer with them while you do have a VR headset.
Oh, that's cool. Because a lot of the times you need the same mods. Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. That's awesome.
They might need this installed potentially,
but just not use it.
Yeah, like you still have the option to play with the mod without in VR.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, this is sweet. This is making me want to play Valheim again because I'm sure they've been updating stuff since I've played. I haven't played this in like 3 weeks for no other reason than I've just been busy.
Right.
But I definitely want to jump back into it with VR. And then on top of that, this next one. Now, Ed, you and I were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier in the show. But Valheim, so once again, another mod being added to Valheim. It's called Valheim Legends. Now, basically, what Valheim Legends does, let me go ahead and zoom in before I switch screens here. Valheim Legends is a mod that adds 6 character classes, including Mage, Druid, and Ranger. Call down meteor strikes, summon vines and wolves, use berserker rage, and more.
That's pretty cool.
What haven't they thought of, bro?
I don't know, dude. Rangers can summon a wolf companion for a short period of time. And the mage, meanwhile, could sling fireballs as a ranged attack and summon an ice shield. That's cool.
Unbelievable, man. Oh my goodness. This mod alone will make me want to play this week. Like, dude, Valkyrie. Okay, Valkyrie. Bulwark. It's a buff that adds set block bonuses. Okay, staggers, attack, leap as attack, launch into the air, and come crashing down. I mean, and then you got Ranger, where it reduces noise and visibility of the Ranger. You can summon wolves and pets. Oh my god,
Nice.
summons a wolf companion for a limited time that is more durable but less damaging than normal wolf pets. And then a power shot, the next several range attacks gain velocity and attack power. And then, like, oh my god, dude, you got Berserker, you got Mage. This is cool. Mage,
really
a fireball. Launch a ball of fire that deals splash damage and applies burning. Frost Nova and Meteor. Bro,
Nice.
it's like a whole new game.
Yeah.
What class
They even
do
have druids and shamans. I might be a shaman.
Shaman?
Honestly.
Let's see.
Yeah,
what
he's like
shaman-
near the bottom.
Increases movement speed and rapidly regenerates stamina for the caster and all nearby allies. Oh.
Oh yeah. I would just be running up to my buddies, get some stamina. All right, cool. And then I'd run and deplete my stamina bar elsewhere.
You're a man of the people. You aim to please.
I do that. I do that.
Shell reduces any elemental damage taken. So like going into dungeons, going into the mountains, you could reduce that. Attack deals spirit damage in an area around the caster. Man,
Bagged Milk says it's a better version of Rust. Do you agree with that?
I do. I think it's a better version of every other crafting survival game out there.
Okay.
And
I
it's
can see
only
that.
it's only in alpha or beta, whatever it is.
I think you're probably gonna. This is an unpopular opinion, but Animal Crossing might be my favorite crafting game out there now, and that's mostly because of the years I spent playing all the other Animal Crossings.
Really?
Yes.
We're going to have to talk
Yes.
about that because I didn't necessarily make fun of people that played Animal Crossing, but I never understood why there was so much hype around it. I was like, dude, it looks like a 4-year-old's game.
Well,
And then
yeah, I could see that.
Well, and then in quarantine, I finally bought it. I bought it in quarantine. Quarantine made me do some weird shit. And I bought it, and then I played it for maybe I put 6 hours into it, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm just doing chores in a video game.
Yeah.
And then I stopped.
Damn.
The fact
That's a shame.
The fact that you're not trying to, like, defend it.
I mean, yes, you're doing chores, but it's more. Okay, so like, Animal Crossing is to doing chores as Sims is to living a regular life. There's still a level of fun to it. You still can have that connection with your characters, the people on your island, the way that you dress, the way that you express yourself. I know that with quarantine, I definitely had put in more than 100 hours within like the first 3 months, easily playing with friends, sprucing up my own island. But I do also think that the accessibility of this game and everyone being able to connect remotely helps elongate the replayability of these kinds of games. Because like other Animal Crossings, I would play every day for 2 weeks, and maybe like an hour check-in for months. Now it's still the same. Now it's still the same, trust me. But I picked up this game more than I picked up the 3DS version of the game or the GameCube version of the game because of the accessibility, because of all the outlets.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Valheim, I hear, is a much more fun crafting game, and I will have to like add that to my list of other games to play soon.
Yeah, they're I mean, I can see that diving it. Why did Siri just find me a picture of a drum? Here's what I
So that
found.
you could beat your own drum.
What the?
Or
what the
march
hell,
to your own
Siri?
rhythm.
What are you doing?
Siri noticed that you had an unpopular opinion about Animal Crossing, and it was giving you a drum so that you could like beat, so you could drum to your own beat there.
I don't even know what to say to that. But I could see it being like a slow burn, like dive into it every so often, just to kind of do things in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So we are running out of time, but I do want to touch on a few things, and we'll treat these as quick hits here, guys. I did have a video for you guys for the Rainbow Six Quarantine gameplay footage. I actually grabbed the footage before it was taken down off YouTube.
Oh, nice.
I did, but I can't find the download now, and I'm trying to bring it up so I can show you guys because it is no longer on YouTube. But basically, there's new gameplay footage from Rainbow Six Siege called Rainbow Six Quarantine or perhaps Parasite that's been seemingly linked from Ubisoft once again. So basically, while I'm trying to find this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it to share it with you guys.
If you want, I could talk about the next topic while you try to find that, if that's cool.
Yeah, no, please feel free.
All right, cool. Also, it is confirmed that Witcher 3 will arrive on PS5 in the second half of 2021, along with the PS5, Xbox Series X and S release, there will be an upgrade free to those who purchased the game in the last generation, and supposedly a pretty sizable update for the PC with proposed improvements as well. So
Yeah,
hopefully that'll be coming in.
And it's funny that I mean I guarantee you part of this now. In all honesty, Witcher's an older game, and the fact that this kind of just randomly popped up makes me think that CDPR is trying to fix their shit. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to be like, wait, we still have good games. Don't go anywhere. We still got it.
That is true, and they might also trying to gear up to players that might not have had access to a machine that could handle Witcher 3 when it first came out.
Yes.
As well as The Witcher Season 2 just wrapped filming, I believe, recently. Yes,
it did.
Yeah, so they might be trying to line everything up for like a really nice kind of marketing campaign of sorts.
Yeah, and that I played it. It's my third favorite game of all time. I love it so much. The Witcher's just an absolutely amazing game. You guys need to check it out. 100%. Cool. I can't find the video, but real quick, guys, I'll just let you know. Footage has been leaked. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Somebody somewhere is definitely trying to keep it up and online. They have since taken it down. Therefore, obviously, it's somewhat accurate. But basically, the gameplay is relatively straightforward. It gives you a better idea of weapons, enemies, maps, and I'll kind of just explain what I saw. It just looked like there were certain maps that had like an infection growing on the walls and whatnot. And you were like fighting, like they were like infected people coming at you that people were killing. So some weapons, enemies, game modes, and maps.
Could you imagine if they had a zombies mode in a shooter? That's groundbreaking. Never done before. The amount of things you could accomplish. Wow.
Absolutely revolutionary.
Why haven't we thought of this before, guys? Damn. Alex, how much time do you think we have to like start a video game studio? Develop a shooter.
Don't even need to be original anymore, bro.
No. Are you kidding me?
Copy everyone.
We could recycle. I don't know, voicemails of Alec Baldwin for the zombie noises. I'm pretty sure there's some choice sound bites from those.
Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing. Moving on. New story and character details. So I'm not going to stay on this too long, guys, but there's a new story and new character details of upcoming James Bond 007. I basically just wanted to bring this up because I'm excited for a James Bond 007 game. Ed, did you play?
I did. I played GoldenEye,
yep.
Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, Everything or Nothing. I love James Bond. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read this article or the title of this. So when I just opened it now and you said it, I was like, oh it sounds exciting. I even bought the very not so good GoldenEye port on the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
That was not very good, but I actually have nothing. No, I can't justify it. But this is exciting.
No, and I think what makes me excited is it's taking place obviously in the 007 universe, but somewhere in this article, and I briefly skimmed through it because this was just going to be a quick hit. Just wanted to bring it up to you guys. But they basically came out and said that this is going to be totally separate from anything we've seen in terms of it's going to be it's an entirely original story. Completely original story, which is really neat. So you're going to get a whole separate experience with this game. I can't wait. I haven't played 007 since N64. So when this does finally release, it's still early development. We've only seen teasers and whatnot, but there was the interview here that did talk about this. So if you guys are interested, feel free to search for it. Remember the tripwires in N64? Oh my god, dude.
I even played the GoldenEye remake on Wii, and they had some of that in there. It was a little easier to spot.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it's interesting, because they brought in Daniel Craig for it. They, revoiced a lot of the movie plot points, and they recast the bad guy as well, because you can't have Sean Bean if you don't have Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. I'm just very excited. Okay. This next one is where we get our idea for. Oh, this is where we got our title from for the stream today, guys. and I want you guys to check it out. Just so you know, it's just concept right now. But I wanted to show you guys because I love concept stuff, especially when it comes to technology. Concept stuff just makes me so happy. And I don't want to say we're too far off from potentially seeing something like this.
No, not at all. I'm not too sure if he was able to figure out all of the exact like wirings and mechanics that are needed in it. But I do think that the designs he came up, and if you scroll down, they have like different colored versions. I think that they would match the Switch Lite line that they had, because I saw some yellow, gray, pink. Yep.
I mean, it's Nintendo. Cool. They'll come out with different colors for sure.
That's true. Sadly, the article did also touch on the inspiration from Virtual Boy, which was a bit of a bomb in the gaming industry.
Okay.
But it would be cool to see Nintendo try to bring in AR as opposed to VR, because AR is a technology they've been working on since the launch of Nintendo 3DSs. And those little 3D cameras with the 2 screens. Yeah,
I mean, it would be fitting. Like my man's here is playing with is Nintendo right up against his eyeballs over here.
Yeah, with the Labo.
But it looks really cool. There's an image here that kind of breaks it down even more. I'm trying to find it. So open ear audio.
Cool.
It's really neat how it does that.
Yeah.
There's a speaker right there. And then there's one that got me really excited. This one right here. Ready? So this is it without it, and then boom. Tell me that doesn't just get you excited.
That does get me excited. That's pretty exciting. Really. Wow. At first I thought this would be like you have to put cards down and a Pokemon will appear there, but if it'll just like slightly enhance your gaming experience.
Yeah.
And they'll like
really
be a bit more 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nice. Super attractive dude wearing the goggles.
Oh wow, how do I buy one?
How do I get one?
How do I get one? Please take my money.
So yeah, there's that. And this guy's come out with a lot of like concept projects and whatnot, but this would be really cool. Nintendo makes Nintendo VR glasses community, so it's VR. Nintendo, yes, but no. I really want to see VR. I want to see VR finally take off. You know, these companies have been working with it for so long, not really so long, but the last several years.
Yeah,
and
they keep saying it's the future.
Yeah, but like we haven't seen it. You know,
at least they haven't given up like they gave up on 3D TVs. Sony is still making PSVR games, and they're trying to enhance PSVR performance and hardware. So that gives me a little hope that VR will still be around. But like, the only reason why I haven't gotten into it is because I don't have like 10 square feet of free space in my apartment right now to just stand with a VR headset.
Speaking of 10 feet of free space, this will also be a quick hit because we are running out of time here. Somebody developed a very large Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, dude. This guy made a working giant Switch. Those controllers also work.
The fact that the freaking buttons work. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He even opens it up in this video to show you how it works. And then this dude donates it to a children's hospital, to a St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Amazing. That's very wholesome. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Gamers aren't all bad. You hear that, parents? Gamers aren't all bad.
Yeah.
We're good people. At least some of us. The ones that aren't giving death threats to developers for delaying a game. Could you, I wouldn't be able to conceptualize. Like, I would know what I wanted to do, but I wouldn't be able to do it. And this guy did.
No, me either. Yeah. He legit got the wood pieces, cut them apart.
3D printed everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely would have messed up way before this and like given up.
Oh yeah, I would have taken a TV and just taped the 2 Switch Joy-Cons to the side of the TV. It would not be sized properly.
True. I don't think like the fact that the buttons work as well just is flabbergasting to me.
God.
And here I think he's gonna try it out with the like motion assist of Mario Kart. You know how Mario Kart can give you like constant acceleration? Yeah. And it's like a good way to see like how exactly it'll play.
Oh, please tell me how he's going to play this. Oh my god.
Yeah, so here like the cart is constantly moving. He just has to steer it.
That's awesome.
And shoot. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Wow. That's cool. Parents have been really quiet since this guy's donated the big giant Switch. I know. Literally. All right, and next, our final topic, guys. Our next topic here is going to be Xbox Cloud Gaming coming to iOS. I know a lot of people, a lot of gamers specifically, are Android. But I'm an iOS, therefore I get very excited about things like this. And I just love that cloud gaming is coming to cell phones because it just makes playing games easier.
Yeah, it definitely opens up the accessibility. And plus, it's like a huge bridging between Apple and Microsoft in a sense.
It is.
As well, right?
Yep. And I dude, I love that. I'm super excited for it. Like I said, not much on that topic, but they have, Phil Spencer, the main guy over at Xbox, straight up just like somebody tweeted and said, "Hey, are we going to get this on iOS?" And he just replied, "Yes." So it's on its way. That is a guarantee that you could get too. Yes, a guarantee. Yes. Ed, thank you for hopping into the show today, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for not pressing charges when I confessed about poisoning Jacob.
I mean, listen, that's not for me to uncover. I don't care.
Yep.
Maybe Jacob will be back for the next show. Who knows? I don't know. Hopefully he's feeling better. But if not, if Ed gives him the antidote, either Ed's going to be on the show on Thursday or Jacob is going to be on the show on Thursday.
It's almost like we'll never know.
Oh my. So dirty. But bag milk. But guys, thank you all so much for coming by the stream today. We really do appreciate it. This has been Loading Screen episode 88, your Tuesday and Thursday morning podcast where we talk all things game and gaming news. Ed, good job, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for popping in today, dude. Good job.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait to call my mom and let her know.
Mom, get the camera. But no, it'll be great.
She's going to ask me how to set up the VCR to record this again.
Yeah, you're good with technology. You can do it, right? Mom, have you tried plugging it in?
Mom, is the red light on?
The lid.
No, that's
the lid.
That's never happened. She's always taught me everything. I know everything because of her. She's great. My mom is great, guys.
We need to hear more about your mother. You've got some funny stories, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about getting approval for some of those stories, but I do have some.
All right, awesome. All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you all so much for coming by. This has been, like I said, episode 88 of Loading Screen. Shout out to Mike and Ike and Zip Chair for being the ever-loving sponsors of not just this show, but of the company. And we love you guys. Thank you guys so much, chat, for coming by and welcoming Ed and being so active in chat. You guys, like I said, chat is what makes Loading Screen so special. Let's bring the hype. We've got...
My mom is a gamer mama. Yep.
Gamer mama, baby. What was I going to say? On Thursday, we have some big discussions. Like last week, last Thursday's discussion was off the charts. This Thursday, we got some more discussions that we want you guys to be involved with. So tune in on Thursday to Loading Screen's next episode, episode 89, 11 a.m. right here on Nerd Street Gamers on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And go ahead and tweet at us at Nerd Street Gamers, at Sir Skrillex, and at Shiggy Diggy Cub, because Ed's filling in. Take care, everybody. Much love. Thank you so much for coming by. We will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Bye, guys.